Welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Monday, July 1. So glad you can join us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Government's 24-hour service is off to a smooth start with the Winston Scott Polyclinic. Health Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic officially launched it this morning, with the Polyclinic seeing its first 2 patients who accessed the 24-hour service. Bostic, who was happy with the development, said his ministry will be keeping a close eye to see how well the public responds to the new service. He explained that round-the-clock care is only the start of government's plans to redefine the functions of polyclinics within a progressing healthcare system.
This is the start of a relook of the polyclinic system in Barbados. And what do I mean by that? We have a system which was created several years ago, and it has served this country very, very well. And that is thanks to the efforts of the staff who have been working in the polyclinics. But the system was created at a time, for example, when all of the records were done manually. And so people were tied to catchment areas, because obviously if your records are at one polyclinic, then you will not be able to be seen at another polyclinic. I think the time has come where we have to start thinking outside of the box, and now that we have digitized the medical record system through all of the polyclinics, which makes it accessible to all polyclinics, I believe we have to look now and see what we can do to ensure, for example, that a person who works at St. George Parish Church, but who lives perhaps in St. Peter, that it may be easier for them to go to the Glebe rather than to go to Morris Bay in terms of their work schedules and so on. And that, I believe, would improve on productivity throughout this island if we are able to facilitate this.
He also used the occasion to address the delayed start of the 24-hour service at the David Thompson Health and Social Services Complex in St. John.
We have not forgotten you, and that we are still on track to deliver those services. And as soon as we've been able to acquire all of the resources, we will deliver the services at St. John as well.
The Barbados Workers Union is giving the board of the Barbados Water Authority a chance to deliver on its pledge to get its house in order. This morning, staff of the state-owned body demanded the resignation of Board Chairman Leodine Worrell. The call came amid the sacking of Director of Human Resources Jacqueline Belgrave last Friday. Belgrave has since been reinstated after Water Resources Minister Wilfred Abram held a 10-hour meeting last evening involving the board and the BWU. BWU General Secretary Tony Moore told reporters after a 2-hour-long meeting with employees at the BWA's Pine headquarters that the union is not supporting the workers' call at this stage. She explained that the union will abide by its commitments coming out of yesterday's meeting to allow the board to work at improving its relations with management and staff and to follow processes that would lead to a healthier industrial relations climate. Make no mistake about it, statistics are critical to development. So says Minister in the Ministry of Economic Affairs and Investment, Marsha Cadell, as she addressed a Leadership in Action conference for public sector workers this morning, hosted by the Caribbean Development Bank. Cadell lamented that there was not enough investment in statistics in Barbados and the rest of the region, and this does not bode well for future growth.
We have a Barbados Statistical Service that is full of talented, hardworking people who need investment in the systems that we've established, as well as enhanced systems and enhanced capacity to be able to not just do the jobs, the work that they do on things like national accounts and labor force surveys. Barbados is one of the few countries in the region that does a continuous quarterly labor force survey, and we're proud of that. But it calls for ongoing investment. It means that I need to be able to look behind the numbers as well, and we need the capacity to be able to do that. It means that we need to have regular interface and interaction with administrative data from health and education across sectors to be able to report on whether we are achieving targets under the Sustainable Development Goals.
Take it easy this crop over. That's the message from the National Council of Substance Abuse, which today launched a new campaign to encourage Barbadians to behave responsibly throughout the festive season.
We're going to be asking Barbadians to, take it easy for crop over. We want people to be able to think twice before they drink that next drink. We want to be able to think twice before they decide to engage in unhealthy sexual practices, before they engage in violence, before they engage in anything that really will do detriment to themselves. And that's really the purpose behind this campaign. Take it easy, bring to the light some of the work of the ICSA.
Deputy Manager of NCSA Troy Wickham says they will also be teaming up with Junior Chamber International for its Safe and Sober campaign, which urges the public not to drink and drive.
We do understand that it's crop over, persons having fun, persons will indulge in using, abusing substances such as alcohol. But however, we wanted to do this responsibly. And this is part of our mandate to basically spread the word, help demand reduction of substances. And we are committed to that task.
In sports, Sri Lanka beat the West Indies by 23 runs in an exciting encounter on Monday in Chester-Lee Street. The 1996 champions posted an imposing total of 338 for 6, thanks to a maiden 100 international century from Avishkar Fernando. West Indies made a good fist of their chase, with Nicholas Puran also scoring a first ODI ton, but ultimately fell short. Neither side can qualify for the World Cup semi-finals.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional happenings, a United States District Judge has found disgraced former FIFA Vice President Austin Jack Warner in default of a $20 million lawsuit brought against him by CONCACAF. The judge delivered the judgment last week, Monday, against Warner, who is facing extradition to the United States in a separate criminal case. Warner, who is also a former president of the North American, Central American and Caribbean Football Confederation, is accused of taking millions in bribes and kickbacks. Warner never responded to the CONCACAF lawsuit after he was served with it in October 2017. And on the international scene, Hong Kong police fired tear gas in a running battle with hundreds of protesters, some of whom stormed the legislature, destroyed pictures and splattered walls with graffiti on the anniversary of the city's 1997 return to Chinese rule on Monday.
Hong Kong police reclaimed the Legislative Council early on Tuesday morning after about 1,000 protesters smashed their way into the government building, destroying pictures and daubing the walls with graffiti in a direct challenge to China as anger over an extradition bill spiraled out of control. Clashes continued well into the evening. On Monday, riot police used pepper spray and beat protesters with batons to disperse the thousands that had gathered in the morning. July 1st marked the official anniversary of Hong Kong's return to Chinese rule. Protesters initially gathered near the official ceremony, with visible anger as China and Hong Kong's national flags were flown in overhead. In sharp contrast, inside the banquet hall, officials toasted and cheered the handover of the former British colony. Embattled leader Carrie Lam made her first public appearance in over 10 days and addressed recent events that have gripped the financial hub.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, to like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Good evening.